Alrighty, good morning everybody. I'm just going to let a few people jump in and give people a bit of time to come online as we get ready. If you can just give us a wave or type in the chat box to let us know that you can hear and see everything all right. And if you have a headset, that's just what we found is the best way to hear. So if you have one of those, I suggest you use that. And also maybe let us know where you're calling in from today. Perfect. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, John. Hi, Lorraine. Shelley. Hi from Sydney. Perfect. So looking quite good. Hello, everybody. Hi from Melbourne, Rotorua. We've got a wide range here today. So I will get started. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Lara, and I'm your local representative here in Australia and New Zealand for Grapevine, Texas. Thank you for joining us for the second of the Grapevine Live Virtual Fam series. We're excited to bring Grapevine to you and give you your own personal FIML to showcase all that Grapevine has to offer. On our first FAM a few weeks ago, we took you on a walking tour of downtown Grapevine along Main Street with your personal guide, Heather Egan. Today, Heather is going to take you on a food and wine tour and show you all that Grapevine is famous for in that scene. So just a couple of housekeeping things as we go along. If you have any questions, just type them in the right-hand side and we'll answer them if we can. Otherwise, I am available on email afterwards, so please feel free to pop any emails and any questions there. If you are part of the Sell Your Way to the USA incentive with American Airlines, I know that the sales portion is currently on pause at the moment. However, you can still earn an additional point for attending today's FAM. And in addition to this, if you attend all 5 of the Grapevine virtual FAM tours from now through to the end of the year that we have scheduled in, you will go into a ballot and where one lucky person will be joining us on the Discover South FAM in Grapevine in 2021 when we are back traveling again. So before we start and before I hand over to Heather, just a couple of questions on Grapevine. If you can answer those, that'll pop up on your screen now, and then I will hand over to Heather. So if you can just answer these for us. Have you ever visited Grapevine? Yes or no? And are you familiar with Grapevine? So you can just scroll down on the screen for those questions. Everyone's coming in still a few more questions. Get those in. Perfect, guys. Alrighty. So I will now hand you over to Heather Egan, who will be your local guide on this tour. Heather is the Director of Leisure and International Sales in Grapevine, Texas. So I'll hand over to you now. Thanks, Heather.
Thank you. Hi, I am Heather Egan, the Director of Leisure and International Sales for the Grapevine, Texas Convention and Visitors Bureau. And I am here today at beautiful Cross Timbers Winery, which is part of our urban wine trail here in Grapevine. Cross Timbers Winery is unique because it's located in a historic farmhouse, and it is part of our official Texas historic landmark. So beautiful property, and it's a beautiful day here for a glass of wine. So I'm excited today to share with you 2 popular tours here in Grapevine, Grapevine Wine Tours and Grapevine Food Tour. And I've got these 2 beautiful ladies here to help me with this experience. So I would like to invite them to tell a little bit about it. So first I want to introduce Kelly Sadler, who's with Grapevine Wine Tours. Tell us about your tour.
Thank you. Hello. Well, the Grapevine Wine Tour has been going for about 10 years now. We showcase the city of Grapevine and its wineries and history and charm in a 4-hour tour. We customize tours for larger groups. We include your transportation in our 24-passenger shuttle buses. We provide your wine tastings, your 3-course lunch or dinner, tour guide, and he's also your driver, he or she is. So we would love to host y'all when you're in town at Grapevine Wine Tours.
It is a lot of fun, and Grapevine Wine Tours also includes Cross Timbers on their stops. So definitely a fun way to experience the Grapevine Urban Wine Trail when you're here in town. The other tour that we're highlighting today is Grapevine Food Tour. So I have Kaylee Wolfers here, and she has got several fun foodie themed tours that I'll let her tell you about.
Right. So hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. We are Grapevine Food Tour. We are a small group walking food tour along historic Main Street. So we offer several different walking tours. They're all 3 hours long. beer and bites, we do wine, a little bit different. We kind of do a little bit of everything. And in between the tasting stops, usually our tours are about 5 different tasting locations. And we talk about the history of Grapevine in between. So it's a great casual stroll along Main Street, just showcasing Grapevine and everything we love. And we partner only with the family-owned, locally owned restaurants. So yeah, I would love to have you come join Grapevine Food Tour. So, yeah.
Lots of fun. So the 3 of us recently had the opportunity to take part in several stops from both tours. And we're excited to share some highlights from that tour with you today. Here we are at our first stop on the tour today at Esparza's Restaurante next. Here we are at our first stop on the tour today at Esparza's Restaurante Mexicano. So here we go.
Thank you.
Yes, wonderful.
Oh yeah, I'll take a swirly today. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, well, we're so excited. So we have our margaritas here at the Margarita Capital of Texas. Cheers, everybody. One of the best places to get a margarita when you're anywhere in Texas, especially here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So Steve Brown is the owner here at Esparza's. What makes this the Margarita Capital of Texas?
Well, a couple things, Heather. First of all, I sell about $1.5 million just in margaritas every year. So when you say Esparza's out in public, usually the first word out of their mouth is margaritas. So I'm very well known for my margaritas. I actually use the tagline, Esparza's famous for Tex-Mex, notorious for margaritas, because that's what people think of. And probably 10 or 12 years ago, I looked into trademarking the Margarita Capital of Texas. And lo and behold, it was not taken, so I am trademarked. I am the one and only Margarita Capital of Texas.
And you know what? You all have the best salsa too.
Thank
We
you.
love the chips and salsa.
Yes.
Right? And then, so I know, Kaylee, your tours usually start off here, your original Grapevine food tour.
Yes.
What do you normally do when you come here?
It is a tour guest favorite, hands down. We do the fried avocado, which we're about to enjoy, and of course Steve's margarita, hands down, one of the favorites of all of our tours. So, cheers, Steve and Steve.
Yes. Yeah, well, we're very excited. Can't wait to try it.
These 3 ladies are really the greatest ambassadors to downtown Grapevine. They do so much for my restaurant and everybody down here, and it's just a great place to be in business. It's half avocado, and it's stuffed, and then we wrap it in cheese, and then bread it and fry it. So it's stuffed. We make it with chicken or brisket. You're welcome. What y'all got today is chicken.
Awesome. Oh, goodness. And you do the vegetarian now with our tours.
I do
so that's
vegetarian
good.
if it's best for you.
So you got to come to Esparza's, you get your margaritas, you get your fried avocado, your chips and salsa, and any other Mexican food that you may be looking for. So, all right, enjoy. Thank you so much, Steve.
You're welcome. You'll enjoy
It's
yourself.
exciting.
We love
Thank you.
it. Always fun to be here.
That's
Let's head to location number 2. All right, well, here we are at stop number 2 that we are so excited is actually a part of both the Grapevine Food Tour and the Grapevine Wine Tour. Kelly, you want to introduce Garrett?
This is Garrett. He is our fabulous general manager of Messina Hoff here in Grapevine, Texas. So, what do you have for us today?
Awesome. Well, welcome to Messina Hoff. I'm so excited you guys are here. I'm going to explain a little bit about our history, this building, this historic landmark, and we're going to taste some wine. Sound good?
Perfect.
Awesome. Okay, so Messina Hoff is the third oldest winery in the state of Texas. We started in the late 70s, 1977 to be exact, by Paul Vincent Bonarigo and his wife Meryl. They started by humble means with 1 acre of land, planting 50 different grape varietals as a PhD experiment out of Texas A&M University. And when it was all said and done, the one varietal that survived, it was called the Noir. And we actually still grow that grape on our estate vineyard, which is now 10 acres today, and we use it to make our port wine. We opened our second location in Fredericksburg in 2011, and then we are, for just a couple more months, the baby of the company up here in Grapevine. We were so pleased to be up here in December of 2014, and we've been in this beautiful building ever since. I'll explain a little bit about the building if you guys are interested. So we are a 2-story building, freestanding, and this building was built in 1991 as a memorial replica of the very first hotel in Grapevine, called the Wallace Hotel. The folks that stayed in the Wallace Hotel were the traveling salesmen on the railroad. They came in to drum up business for a night, and then they were on their way on the train the next day. The CVB built this replica here and actually had their offices in this very building until they got too big and outgrew the space and built some new offices, and then again we came in 2014. You guys ready to taste some wine?
Yeah.
Awesome. So I have 3 selections, and I'm going to give each of you one of them. I'll start here with the dried white option. This is a new blend that we just launched called the Bonarigo Family Wines. Like I said, we were founded by the Bonarigo family. You see Messina Hoff on all of our other bottles, but we just launched this new line of wine. We have a white blend and a red blend, all with Italian varietals. It's going to our Sicilian Italian heritage, which is where we get the first half of our name, Messina. And then we also have a lot of wines with German influence, as Meryl's roots are from Hof, Germany, which is where we get the second half of our name.
Perfect.
So this is going to be Trebbiano and Pinot Grigio. Very creamy, very light. Let it take you back to an Italian countryside, and these Bonarigo wines are great with food. All right, Heather. So
Give that one to you.
Yes.
Good choice.
Yes.
there we go. So this is a namesake rosé for us. This is 100% Dolcetto, again an Italian varietal. It's called Sophia Marie Rosé. So we come from a lineage of winemakers out of Messina, Sicily. Our founder, Paul Vincent, his son, Paul Mitchell, as you're catching a trend, all Pauls with different middle names. He is the current CEO of the company, and then they have 2 kids, Paul Anthony, and then the daughter, Sophia Marie. So this is our Sophia Marie Rosé. All right, so you see this bottle here. This is our Palo Sagrantino. We make a premium line called the Palo Series. These grapes each year are the best grapes from each harvest. They're hand-picked by our owners, Paul Mitchell and Paul Vincent, his dad. We don't necessarily make a varietal every year. It has to do with, this is an agricultural product, so the grapes, the weather, and the Sagrantino we are becoming known for. So this grape is called Sagrantino. It comes from Umbria, right in the middle of Italy, and we were the first Texas winery to plant it in the state. It's gonna be really big and bold. Just for you, Kelly.
Thanks.
All right, ladies. I'll leave these bottles here if you want to take a look.
Perfect.
And y'all enjoy.
Cheers.
All right, ladies, I'm going to show you our veranda, if that's okay.
All right.
Awesome. Come on out.
Best spot in Grapevine.
I know. So this is a great view of the street. This is our historic street of Grapevine. I'm sure you guys have covered this already, but this is where all the action happens, and certainly the heart of the city lies. So,
Cheers, Garrett.
cheers!
Thanks for having us.
Thank you guys for coming.
You've owned this for how long, Holly?
I have owned it for 12 years. I've worked here for 20. We carry wines from all over the world. We just look for wines that aren't big, broad distribution. We try and stay away from the big box stuff. And we just have fun with it. So we taste every wine before we decide to bring it in. All the cards that are hanging directly above or directly below are our descriptions. And we do note ratings, but we don't buy on ratings. We really just try and keep it unique and fun for the customer. And get to know customers' tastes and styles, and then the next time they're in, if their selection has changed, we can give them some new suggestions.
Awesome. So we're gonna do savoring with you.
We are, yep.
So let's go savor some bubbles.
I love it. I love it. All right. So savoring a bottle of bubbles, you can only savor a bottle of bubbles because you need the pressure from the inside. You need the CO2 from the inside that's pressing out. But the other part of it is every bottle, no matter if it's red, white, bubbles, anything, is put together sort of like a shirt. So it has two seams. And of course its weakest point is going to be at the seam rather than the middle of the fabric. So where the seams come together, the bottle is put together on two sides, then the bottom, and then the top. So where the two seams come together, feel there's a line that runs north-south. So where that hits the lip here is one of the weakest points of the bottle. So you're really not cutting the glass. You're really separating it at its weakest point. And force and pressure are the keys here. Well, number one, like we always say, is listen to your instructor. Number one. Okay. Bottle's got to be super, super cold. You can't do a warm. Think of a warm Coke and it explodes everywhere. We don't want that. But this is what Napoleon did. In fact, you can even see the line. See it? Yeah. Napoleon did this in won and lost battles during the French Revolution. So it really was started from. Yeah, which is why typically. So yes. Yes, so you should wear this if you're savoring, because it's pretty fun. And then you want to obviously face it away from anybody, because there's no, we're not taking out my screen, or we're not taking out, perfect, hold on. Oh, that's good.
I feel like it's a little big.
This is who I affectionately call Jack Sparrow. So you're right-handed?
Yes.
Okay, come over here.
You're gonna rock this.
You're fine.
Why am I nervous?
Everybody's nervous.
Think of all the tours I do here, not one.
So two seams. So your key is, again, show me that you can sew the seam.
Yes.
Okay, so you'll hold your, I usually use this knuckle ring hold, like as my kind of base. That goes right there. So then you're not missing where that line is.
Okay.
This arm doesn't move. You're gonna hold it at about a 75-degree angle. The blade, you go way down on the blade, close to the handle, on that seam. See where that line is? And you're gonna basically swipe it. 1, 2, and then put it as hard as you can. But this arm doesn't move, this arm does. You're going towards that, not towards them, and then the other part, no. And then the other part is angle up the bottle this way because you don't want any of the juice to go away.
Yeah.
We want to keep that stuff, right? So down further on the blade.
And Heather, it's razor sharp, so don't put it to your mouth when you're done.
This is the glasses, not the blade.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, angle it back. Angle this way. There you go.
Is this a special tour?
This is called, we do a Bubbles and Barrels tour.
Okay.
And so Holly does the sparkling and the savoring, and her husband Marius does whiskey flights. So you can do it simultaneously, or you can do all bubbles or all whiskey. So that's what we do.
Very. And so you can see here at the top, the glass is actually cut.
Yeah.
We have
That's a good picture. So you get a souvenir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. You're very welcome.
All right, here we are at stop number 4, Grapevine's very own olive oil company, and another part of the Grapevine food tour experience. So Kaylee, I'll pass this on to you.
Yes, this is always a favorite stop as well because people normally don't do authentic olive oil tasting. So the fact that we have one here in Grapevine to do is a hit with our guests, and they always walk out with a few bottles. But I'm going to let Alex and Rebecca talk to you about it. Rebecca is the owner of Grapevine Olive Oil Company, and Alex is the manager here. So, ladies, take it over.
Okay, well, welcome, and thank you guys so much for coming by. Do y'all want to start out with an authentic,
Great.
old school style, old country tasting?
Love it.
Absolutely.
Yes. So how long have you been here, Rebecca?
We've been here 10 years.
Okay.
And did I hear you have 120 flavors?
You know, I haven't counted lately, but it's probably something like that. That sounds right.
It's like, yes,
It's
all
a lot,
sorts
we
of
lose
assortments.
count.
And what made you, like, there was a trip you took, right, that made you come and want to start Grapevine Olive Oil?
Yeah, I was in California and, you know, doing the winery hops in Sonoma, and I was at a winery and they served us some bread and oil. And the oil was from that area, and I just thought it was so incredible. And I was like, I've got to bring this back here. And I immediately thought of Grapevine and what a fit it was with the wine, and that's kind of how all that happened. So.
We're so glad you did.
Absolutely. So many great Grapevine products here. So
Thank
I'm happy
you.
to include you in that
Thank
list.
you,
So,
thank you.
so what do we do?
So this is a Ochi Blanca olive oil. It's from Spain, and usually how they do a traditional tasting is you kind of take your hand and kind of just warm up. If you want to put it over the top, kind of warm up the glass. If you want to swirl it around, you can. Just your body heat from your hands, warm it up. And then you'll just want to kind of just, first of all, what I do is I get my nose up in there, take a good whiff. What are you smelling?
So good.
Deliciousness.
What do you guys smell when y'all smell that? What first
like
comes to your?
fresh cut grass.
It smells
Yeah, I
fresh
can
meat,
smell that.
a lot of herbs. I
Yeah.
smell herbs. A lot of people say tomatoes.
Yeah.
Tomatoes,
tomatoes.
Yeah, artichokes. It's very herby. And then if you want to just do a little, you don't have to do a lot, just a little sip. And if you want to aerate, you can, like wine. You can do a little air in there.
So it is a lot like a wine tasting.
It
an authentic
is.
olive oil tasting.
It is, and olive oils are just like wines. There's mild ones, there's robust ones. This one is, I picked something in the middle. I usually like to start off a little easier. I don't want to get you guys all coughed up, but there's some that are a lot harder and you'll be coughing. But this one, I have this one at home. I love this one. It's great. It's great.
Yeah. This would be great with bread, like
It
dipping
is.
in,
It's
just
so,
like a
that's what
starter.
my kids and I do. We get
Yeah.
bread with it, and I cook with
So
it. I do
good.
everything with it. But this is one of my favorite ones. I just love this one. It's just kind of middle of the road. It's not real mild. It's not real heavy. It's perfect for kind of everything. So.
How about your balsamic vinegars? Because you also have balsamic vinegars,
We do.
right?
So if you want to do it, this is actually the vinegar.
That's right.
This is a coconut mango balsamic. All of our balsamics are from Italy. And we've also got a basil oil that's from California.
I can smell the basil in that. That smells so good.
Should we blend these or no? Not necessarily. No, not these two.
Yeah, not
These
those two particularly
I was just
together.
going to ask, with the vinegar, is it also something that you should have quick, or does it?
No, vinegar is like wine. It's made of grapes, so it actually gets better with age. So your vinegars, you can keep those pretty much forever. They don't really go bad. They actually get thicker.
You taste it? Is that good?
And then the basil oil that we have
basil
there.
oil's good.
Yeah, it's from California, and that one is actually, it's not flavored, it's actually crushed olives and basils all at the same time, pressed through, so that's why you get that really great flavor.
Yeah.
Rebecca, I think I
smell.
had a tour guest one time who said they put this coconut mango on vanilla ice cream.
Yeah,
So
they are, the balsamics are really, I know that sounds quirky,
Yeah.
but the balsamics are really good on just plain vanilla ice cream.
Yes.
So
That is actually really, that's like a
Right?
dessert.
it is.
Very
Also good
good.
on like shrimp or, fish, or usually we do the coconut
Yeah.
ones on fish.
Coconut shrimp.
Kind of
Oh my
tropical,
gosh.
tropical fish, yeah.
I can see that would be so
Yeah.
good.
And then the basil, of course, that's good on just anywhere.
Yeah.
Caprese cheese, anything Italian, or even like Thai food or something like that. Just
See, and I already know about this place, but I want to leave with 4 new bottles of
right?
Which ones? Let's help you pick it out.
So, as you guys know, when you come in,
Hold on,
you
Jenny, this is for you. I want you to
Yeah.
smell this.
guys can taste anything you want when you come in. Everything's out for sampling every day. So,
Every time we get a new flavor in, we just play around a little bit. You try them, you taste kind of style out of like the Maya lemon. It's really like Mediterranean food, what goes well with that. The oregano white balsamic vinegar, and then you just play around. It's like a huge playground here for a foodie.
A playground for a foodie. I love it.
It
That's awesome.
And anytime they have something new, Alex is so great. She's like, Haley, you have to try this one.
Yeah.
So we're always
It's
trying new
always
ones.
fun when
Yeah.
you have
I'm gonna buy
regulars
everything.
here to show them
Yeah.
we have something new. You really have to try that. And we got her hooked with one of our seasonal flavors, the bourbon maple.
Please
It's
bring
coming
it back.
back.
It is.
Yes.
Oh, yay. Okay.
We got her
Bourbon
today.
maple. Oh,
It's here
maple.
today.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
When that went away, I was like, oh, so sad. But, yeah.
So we may be back right when we're done.
Yeah, we're done. Exactly.
Do a little shopping. So this is great. Thank you all so much for your time today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Here we are at stop number 5, Karina's Winery and Cafe, where friends like to meet, correct? So I'm going to pass this one over to Kelly. Kelly has been bringing tours here with the Grapevine Wine Tours for 10 years. So I'll let you introduce Stephanie.
What more is there to say? No, this place is wonderful. The food is excellent. Our guests come back here over and over again. We're thankful for them and their management. And this is Stephanie, one of the owners.
All of these guys do a wonderful job. And you know what? The wine tours have so much fun. The food tours have so much fun here. We love having them. And the repeated business is outstanding. So this is where you want to be, Grapevine.
Yes.
Right here.
Yes.
For sure.
Great. So we're getting to do another wine tasting.
And we are doing
So
the
we've got
Butterfield
3?
today.
Okay. Butterfield.
Yes. This is a Sonoma cab. It's really very good for lunch. It's nice, easy, light, not too heavy, not too dry. Very middle of the road, but I don't mean that generically.
Easy drink.
There you go. And our second one, we're going to do the Sean Minor. This is a Sauvignon Blanc. It's going to be more citrusy, on the citrusy side. Just because we've got some sweet wines coming. So this is
The neutralizer.
yeah, there you go. And it's actually one of our people really, really, really like this.
Thank you.
This is the Stella Rosa. This is a fan favorite. This is a chilled, sweet Italian table wine, semi-sparkling. And people love it. If they're not big wine drinkers, this is a perfect recommendation. And even people that are big wine drinkers love this. It's a great, after dinner, it's not too heavy, it's sweet, light.
I love all the variety you have.
Yeah.
The homemade dressing is the key. Everybody asks us when we sell the dressing. The dressing is fantastic. I don't even know what else to say.
How do you describe it? That's good.
The dressing is good.
It's just that good.
So where to start? Yes, cheers everybody. All right. Karina's.
The chilled red, I love it.
Oh my gosh. Look at that.
Wow.
Oh, the
yeah.
famous spaghetti pizza, Karina's.
Excellent.
Only
What's that?
topped off with a swirl, little baby swirl.
No. Oh. Here's what the
beautiful.
actual swirl looks like. Okay, so I'm gonna grab a piece of the spaghetti pizza. So where did how did we come up with the spaghetti pizza?
It actually came from one of Gary Farina's very best friends. He wanted spaghetti and pizza one night and could not make a decision. And Gary said, well, why don't we just put spaghetti on the pizza? And literally, people saw it go by and they're like, wait, what's that? So we put it on the menu, and it is on everyone's bucket list to have a spaghetti pizza. People are confused, they're like, what is a spaghetti pizza? I'll tell you, it's outstanding, and everyone should try it.
Here we go.
Ooh, is it yummy?
Yum.
Good job.
Very good.
That was good. The cheese even like did their thing.
Yum.
1, 2, 3.
Cheers, ladies.
Got it. Thank you.
Alrighty, so that was the famous Grapevine Food and Wine Tour. I hope you learned something. I see there were lots of questions in the side box about sample wines of the olive oil. So Heather will definitely check that out and see if you guys can order that and get it sent over. And the combined food tours, the food tour is limited to 10 and the wine tour can take up to 225 people. So some really good questions there. Thank you, everybody. I will finish with Heather and then I'll pop over and do the trivia questions. So I'll hand over to you, Heather. Thank you.
All right, can you all hear me?
Yep.
All right, yay. Well, thank you all. We just want to say thank you for joining us today on our virtual Grapevine Food and Wine Tour. I hope you had as much fun as we did. And hopefully next time you'll be able to come and actually experience some of these locations and venues personally. We definitely look forward to welcoming you and guarantee that you will have a good time. If you have any questions, just send them to Laura and I will be more than happy to get those answered. But as for now, I think we need some pie. What do you think, ladies? I think we need some pie. So we're going to go in here to Judy Pies and we're going to finish up our tour. So cheers. Have a good time. Talk to you
Thanks,
later.
Heather. See you guys. Alrighty, I will carry on just with some trivia questions. So thank you everyone for joining us today. Hopefully that has given you some great insight on what Grapevine has to offer for your clients in terms of food and wine experience. So I'll just go into the trivia round where you can answer these questions and go in the draw to win that American Airlines prize. So here we go. If you can answer the questions that are on your screen. So which restaurant is the margarita capital of Texas? Is it Margarita Island, Smoky Joe's, or Esperanza's? And if you just scroll down with your mouse, second question, which location serves the frozen sangria? Was it Farina's Winery and Cafe, Frozen Joe's, or El Camino Cantina? Question number 3, how many stops did Heather make on her tour? Was it 3, 5, or 7? And the last question is, what is the first departure date from Sydney to LA in the new American Airlines schedule? Is it the 11th of November, the 12th of November, or the 13th of November? I'll just give you guys a couple of minutes to answer those questions. If you just scroll down, you'll be able to see them all and get to question number 4. Just a few more need to answer, so that'll be good if you guys can just answer those. Don't forget it's a lucky draw prize for the correct answers for an American Airlines little swag bag with a mobile little plane and some real cool goodies. Alrighty, so I'll let you answer those. Just want to say thank you very much. I will be putting this on a recording through tomorrow. I'll also be in touch with the winners. And we look forward to seeing you on our virtual fam on the 28th of October, where Heather will show us a variety of different types of accommodation in Grapevine. And lastly, just want to say, don't forget to sign up for next week's webinar on how to walk a tracker Utah, which will come to you live on Tuesday, the 13th of October at 11 a.m. New Zealand time and 9 a.m. Sydney time. And this will be a chance where you will get to learn how to utilize the Walker Tracker platform that we've launched and how you can walk your way to Utah. Registrations are now open and you can go to visitutah.walkertracker.com. And again, if you have any questions, please just pop an email through to me and I'm more than happy to help you with those. And thank you very much everyone for joining us again.